I'm here with the women's varsity basketball coach, Coach Edmonds. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. I got some questions for you. How long did you coach at Chestnut Grove Middle School, and what was one of your favorite memories while you were coaching there?
So I coached at Chestnut Grove for 8 years, and I think your eighth grade year, we were at Pilot Mountain in the conference tournament championship, or the consolation championship game, and we were down to Elkin in that game, and probably double digits, probably 14 or 15 or something like that in the first half, and we come back, and Eli Brown shot a three, and Blake Kaiser tried to tip it in, and then Devin followed it up and put it in at the buzzer, and we won right at the buzzer. So that was a pretty good memory.
Yeah. What was your best accomplishment as a coach at Chestnut Grove Middle School?
I think probably just setting a tone of expectation and standards for that program. Not just with the players that I was coaching at the time, but also younger players and players that were getting ready to come to Chestnut Grove, and just kind of establishing standards and expectations there, so that when the kids got there, they already kind of knew what was expected. And I hope that what I did there will live on there for the next, in the next few years, as my kids eventually come through over there. So that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
And if that happens, then I'll see that as probably the best accomplishment. Yeah.
What were the key factors that made you want to take the job as the women's basketball coach here?
A lot of things. I think softball and volleyball for girls and young ladies around our area is very popular. A lot of our young ladies are, participate in those sports. And so I want the same kind of attention and enjoyment and love for basketball starting at a younger age for the girls in our community. Claire's a freshman this year, but I have another daughter who's a fourth grader. And I just want to start that trend. Kind of, I was saying with the accomplishment at Chestnut Grove, I kind of want to start that same trend here. So that motivated me. And I know Coach Gammons before me had that same kind of passion to find a little more balance across the girls sporting world here in King and in our community. So that, and I like a good challenge too. I knew what I was stepping into a little bit with some of the struggles that the ladies team has had here over the last couple of years, and really in the entire history of West Oaks, women's basketball has been very inconsistent, whereas the other programs at West Oaks, men and women's, have thrived a little bit, and women's basketball has been up and down and more inconsistent, I would say, than other sports. So I like a good challenge and taking on that and trying to establish more consistency long term.
As you're losing a lot of valuable seniors from last year's team, what are you expecting from maybe your JV players that are going to come up and play on varsity this year?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that we're really trying to start with here is it's not just the new players coming in, freshmen or JV players coming. It's every player has the same expectation, has the same standards. So what I expect from those JV players coming up and those freshmen coming in is the same standards I expect from a Reese Hall or a Catherine Davis, who's played 2 years of varsity basketball already, and just trying to create that consistency with the whole team. So I would say the same is consistency, and everyone, playing their role, taking responsibility for what they can bring to the team. And everybody's kind of held to that expectation. So that's what I expect out of everybody, not just who's coming.
Yes, sir. How do you apply teaching to coaching?
Well, I think like things that happen in teaching that you don't expect. Teaching is very fluid in the way that how the day goes. Like this morning I got to school and we didn't have internet at school. So that changes a little bit what the day looks like. And teaching is always like that. There's always things that come up and that you're not expecting. So a lot of that I apply to coaching because every game is different.
Yeah.
Every possession is different. You never know what's coming. Practices can be that way too, So everything like that in teaching and in coaching, I try to carry it over because it helps prepare you to be a better coach or be a better teacher when you have to make adjustments quickly.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely one of the things that helps me as a coach is I already had to do that during the day teaching, and it just kind of carries over into coaching.
Basketball is a long season. How do you, as a coach, keep the team morale up throughout the ups and downs of a season?
Yeah, I think that's just is part of life. You're gonna face moments where you're in great struggle. There's going to be things, again, like we were talking about. There's things that you don't expect. There's things that you don't anticipate coming your way, and the same is true for any season, any sport. And so you have to first be aware that those things are going to happen. Like there's going to be struggle. There's going to be challenges, and if you expect that ahead of time, and kind of plan for it and prepare for it, then when it happens, you're not as caught off guard with it. So that's one thing I try to teach all my players is things are going to go wrong sometimes. Things are going to go right sometimes, and we just play with that expectation of we anticipate it. We're prepared for it. When it does happen, how are we going to respond to it? And when we do that in practice, I'm pretty tough,
Yeah.
I'm pretty tough, pretty hard in practice sometimes, but that prepares us for the stress and the pressure of playing in a game and competing and battling against another opponent.
Yeah. What are your main goals for this team in your first year throughout your season?
I think the biggest thing is to be better in non-conference play. The last couple years, the women's program has really struggled against some of the local counties, Stokes County teams, Surrey County teams we played in non-conference. So that's one area. It may not translate into wins right away. I hope it does, but it may not translate into wins right away. But I want to be more competitive in those games against those opponents. And then I think the conference is potentially, we could finish really well in conference. From what I've seen and what I've heard, which is not a lot, but I think we could be competitive in there. So I feel like if we're more competitive in non-conference play, then that will prepare us for the conference season and give us a good shot at maybe competing for a conference championship.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm Dalton East, and I'm here with the women's basketball coach, Coach Edmonds, and thank you for letting me interview you today.
Thanks, Dalton.
I'm here with the Tyrese Borders here at West Oaks. I'm here to see his first video in his TikTok drafts. Let's see it. Oh. I'm here with Jamari Morris. What's your first video in your TikTok draft?
Caleb, what's your first TikTok?
It's about me knowing basketball, not that I know basketball. Tristan Marty stands for Cat Chat, and we're going to see his first TikTok draft.
Miss Majors, want to steal it?
All right. Here with Natalie Wilkinson. Natalie, what's your first TikTok draft?
It's me doing the Renegade in Mr. Glasgow's class.
I'm here with Kimura. Show me your first TikTok draft.
Hello, today I'm Stone Lewis, and here I'm with Luke Nickless from the swim team.
Nice to meet you.
I have a few questions here for you, man. What led to swimming to become as your sport?
So basically, when I was in like 5th grade, my mom wanted me to try swim because my brother did it. And so after that, I've just been doing it like every year.
Mm. How do you know if your coach is angry?
If she starts yelling at us and we're not doing what we're supposed to, and she starts getting mad and makes us do a punishment.
Mm. What is the best thing about being a member of the swim team?
Getting to like compete and like get better and like actually be able to like do something.
What is the hardest skill to learn on the swim team?
Probably butterfly. It's a stroke you have to do, and I can't do it. I just do freestyle.
If you choose a different sport, what sport would that be?
Track.
Why would you pick track?
Because I'm a runner too, so I'm pretty decent at that.
What's your favorite class at school?
Probably weights,
Why do you like weights?
because you know like do physical stuff. Get changed in the locker room, then you have to do like a warm up, and then there's like a piece of paper in each swim lane. You just have to like read it and do what it says, and then you have to do cool down. Then you go get changed in the locker room and you get to leave.
Do you have any training on dry land when you're swimming?
Yeah, we do. We usually have to do like hill sprints and stuff, and sometimes we go to the weight room.
I'm going to ask a question for you. Do you think a hot dog can be considered a sandwich?
No,
Why?
because it isn't.
Like,
It just isn't.
I think it could be. If you could be a dog, which breed would you be?
Golden retriever.
Why do you want to be a golden retriever?
Because I have one.
What is your favorite snack food?
Probably goldfish.
I love myself some goldfish. Do you think Black Ops 6 is a good game?
Never played it.
It just came out. Favorite activity besides swimming?
Probably running or weightlifting.
We hear that here today. I'm Stone Lewis with Luke Nickless.
Thank you for watching this episode of Cat Chat. Cat Chat is produced in collaboration with the West Oaks Tech Team. Views expressed on this show reflect the opinions of the student, hosts, and guests only. They do not necessarily reflect the views of the West Oaks High School faculty, staff, or administration.
Tune in every week to catch up-to-date episodes of Cat Chat. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the playlist to watch all of our episodes of Cat Chat. For the latest news and happenings of Wildcat Sports, and follow our Instagram at West Oaks High School Sports and Event Marketing.
Thanks for watching. I'm Dalton East.
I'm Stone Lewis.
And we look
forward to seeing you next week.